Welcome to this 7-minute summary, where we break down timeless metaphysical wisdom into clear visual insights. Today's spotlight is on The Game of Life and How to Play It by Florence Scovel Shinn. Published in 1925, this short book has influenced countless manifesting teachers and thinkers. It's all about understanding the rules of life so you can start playing to win. Let's dive in. Chapter 1, The Game. Florence opens with the idea that life is not random, it's a game of spiritual laws. She says that whenever you send out a word or thought, you will eventually receive. So, if you speak fear, you attract fear. If you speak success, you magnetize success. Every word you speak is a boomerang. She emphasizes the power of the spoken word and says that what you affirm consistently will show up in your experience. The subconscious mind is like soil. It doesn't care what you plant. It simply grows what it's given. Your words, your thoughts, and especially your emotions are the seeds. Florence calls the subconscious a sleeping partner in your life. But make no mistake, it's doing the heavy lifting. If you want to win the game of life, your first job is to speak with intention and feel with faith. Chapter 2, The Law of Prosperity. This chapter is one of her most quoted. She says, "Man must prepare for the thing he has asked for, even though there is no sign of it in sight." In other words, act as if your good is already on the way. Florence believed that God, or infinite intelligence, is always working behind the scenes, but it responds to your belief, not your need. She says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." If you say, "I can't afford that," or "that'll never happen for me," the universe agrees. But if you boldly declare, "Unexpected doors fly open," or "there is no loss in divine mind," you open channels for good to flow. She also teaches the law of substitution. If you catch yourself thinking or saying something negative, immediately replace it with a higher truth. One of her affirmations includes, "There is nothing to fear. God is my instant and everlasting supply." To attract prosperity, speak it, expect it, and give thanks in advance. Chapter 3, Power of the Word. Florence was firm on this. Words are energy. Your words create your world. When you speak with power and intention, you command your subconscious to bring that experience into form. But if your words are scattered, full of doubt, or sarcastic, even if they sound like a joke, they still plant seeds. Florence gives the example of a woman who always joked about catching a cold, and then she constantly did. Her subconscious took her words literally. She says the subconscious mind has no sense of humor. It's obedient, not discerning. So speak with clarity. Speak what you want, not what you fear. Here's a classic Shinn affirmation. "I cast this burden on the Christ within, and I go free." When you're overwhelmed, speak those words and feel the release. It's a way of shifting your vibration quickly. Chapter 4, The Law of Non-Resistance. Resistance often is what blocks your good from coming in. Florence says, "Resistment and intolerance rob a man of his power." If you resist a person, situation, or outcome, you create energetic tension. That tension pushes away your desire. Instead of resisting, she teaches non-resistance, which isn't weakness, it's alignment. For example, if someone wrongs you, she recommends blessing them and letting it go. Not because they were right, but because you choose to stay in your power. This is where her famous line comes in. "I do not resist this situation. I put it in the hands of infinite love and wisdom." When you bless your enemies, you dissolve your own internal blockages. You clear the field for miracles. Chapter 5, Intuition and Guidance. Florence believed intuition is your direct line to the divine. She says we must act on inner guidance, not logic. Logic may talk you out of your miracle. Intuition takes you toward it. Here's a story she shares. A woman wanted a specific apartment but had no leads on any apartments. This was the time in New York City when there were just no vacancies. Florence told her to speak it into reality. I give thanks that the right apartment is already mine under grace. The woman trusted her inner nudge to walk into a building she had never considered, and her perfect place was waiting for her. Florence's message: don't ignore hunches. Follow the still, small voice inside. It's smarter than your rational mind. Chapter 6, Casting the Burden. This is one of Florence's core teachings. You don't have to do everything by yourself. When things feel heavy, money, health, relationships, you can cast the burden to your higher self. This doesn't mean that you give up responsibility. It means you surrender the worry, the fear, the overthinking, and allow divine flow to step in. Her famous affirmation is, I cast this burden on the Christ within and I go free. You're not alone in this game. You have spiritual support, but you must hand over the burden with faith, not fear. Chapter 7, Divine Timing and Detachment. Florence teaches that delays are not denials. The universe always delivers on time, but that time might not be your time. If you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you trust it, and you let it bloom in its own season. Detachment is not indifference, it's confident faith. You say, it's already mine, I don't need to chase it. You stay grateful, peaceful, and receptive. Florence says, faith knows it already received and acts accordingly. Final takeaways: play boldly, speak clearly, expect miracles. Florence ends with the idea that life responds to you. You're not at the mercy of chance. You're a spiritual player in a divine game. The rules are simple. Speak what you desire, not what you fear. Replace worry with faith. Act as if your good is already on the way. Let go of resistance and follow intuition. Cast the burden and trust divine timing. She reminds us, you can't lose what's yours by divine right. So don't play timidly. Don't live reactively. Play boldly. Declare the good you want and expect miracles as normal, because they are. Thanks for watching this 7-minute summary of Florence Scovel Shinn's The Game of Life and How to Play It. Subscribe for more visual teachings and spiritual clarity, simplified and made actionable. See you next time.